I'm fairly shy.
Hopefully the quality is good.
Yeah, the internet's behave.
I'm not sure how to look at it. I guess.
I can do it like this.
Yeah, you can look at it, yeah.
See, you're rude by YouTube right now.
What?
Normally, you're popping up. Oh, there it is.
I was going to say, I see it.
There was a little bit of a lag time right there.
Well, yeah.
So that lets me know.
But you're not on.
Absolutely, they've been on. Well, they've always been on.
They don't always notify. Hopefully that clears up.
Yep.
It's not that cloudy. That looks like shit.
It does. This is what last night's live looks like.
Yeah, well, it was cloudy and fucking raining.
I went back and watched it. What internet do you have?
All of them.
Starlink?
Both of them. 2 Starlinks.
Do you want them right in the middle of the shot?
Starlink usually.
I don't give a fuck.
I turned it off because it's echoing in my ears and it's behind. Unless you want that there, I'll just mute it. You want that there?
No, that's fine. It doesn't matter. But it's pretty clear tonight. It shouldn't be shitty. What's up, everybody? How's the quality look? Because I'm about to dip. Can I minimize this?
I think a cool thing that would be is if you could still see the comments, like a way to be able to.
We can pull up my.
Have the comments go to something else.
Yeah, here, hold on.
Because we're going to be trying to talk to people a lot.
I'll sit over here. Michael is probably better at it. Talk into the chat.
No, you don't. I can pull them up here. It's a little different. We're not throwing, so.
Sign in the back end, right?
I can just pull it up simultaneously.
I caught you. You were watching Muma videos.
This is my wrong.
Yeah, bring in my packages. It's supposed to be here 1st of October.
Okay.
I'll be gone.
The hell was that?
Somebody press there.
Text.
Come on with the comments. There you go.
Yeah, I know it's blurry.
We've been having some connectivity issues. Come on.
Just like every week.
Otherwise, it'll reverb in our mics. That's a good way to see the comments. That's going to help. You can prop it up right behind the belt if you want, and then we can both just see what's going on. Boom. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was quite shocked to do it. I'm really, really grateful that Danger decided to do. And the weather, it's raining or cloudy. Yeah,
well, it must be cloudy because it's not raining, but this is to go with it.
It's not bad. That's coming through a lot better.
Okay. Welcome back to DangerCast. Today I have Lewis Prince of Prince Steel Knives with us. Thanks for joining me, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of been a tradition for the past, since we moved here.
Yeah.
You kind of stop by and hang out. Broken Feather, same thing.
It's because I never show up in time to do anything before, but I can stay after.
Yeah, why didn't we do this after Broken Feather? I know you stopped by for a minute. I think we were just too busy or just didn't get to it. Who knows? But yeah, man. I just wanted to. Have we done a podcast before?
No.
We just always kind of miss it.
Several years ago, we did a whole bunch of like videotape type stuff, but we never even used it.
Right. Okay. Well, this is cool. Yeah, we're gonna do this live to give you guys a chance to ask him a bunch of questions. But yeah, man, just
talk about some knife stuff.
Yeah, I don't even want to go into the whole how long you've been throwing all that crap. Let's just talk about. He has a lot of new designs. These are brand new. Are these even on the website?
Not at all. I shouldn't even have these because I have blanks cut, and then I do all of the work from there. And they weren't supposed to show up for another 6 or 8 days. And he gives me a call on like last Thursday,
Oh, wow.
Like just a few days before I was going to leave.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise, they're done. I got them done.
Awesome.
And I was stoked about that part, but then it turned into another whole crunch session, and I spent 4 days not sleeping.
Well, they look awesome, dude. And 3 of them are pretty similar, in my opinion.
They are, very much.
But, yeah.
They were all designed at the same time.
3 new Bowie designs. Hopefully you guys can see. No, leave it. Yeah. We can bring them up to the camera. I don't want to. This one here is the Chimera. Really cool design. Straightforward. And these are, what are these, 13?
12.66.
12.66.
All 4 of these designs, because I'm semi-catering to myself, because I'm looking for that perfect.
Right. And then we have, this one is the
Minotaur.
Yep.
Minotaur. I think this one has a lot of potential. This is a Gen 3 of this particular model, and these other ones are just variants of it. The Persian and the Minotaur, I might not actually keep in production. They might be one-offs because they are me getting to here.
Yeah, I see. Then we have the other Bowie. This one's the Persian.
For the people who like that little curvy action.
Yeah, for obvious reasons, really cool. Reminds me of the mini Bokri, or the Bokri, just because of the blade shape. The handle shape's very different. I prefer straight handle, so this one's dope.
Yep. We were talking about earlier, the blend between aesthetic and function in throwing knives.
Right.
This is me leaning slightly towards aesthetic. People like curvy things. It looks interesting. But to me, this one, where I ended up being, is slightly more conducive to just consistent roto throwing. For me, the more variance I have in where I can grab a hold of, the less good I do.
Okay, then the last one, these are
This one was super popular.
The camp knife.
The only reason I still have these 3 is because I claimed them for myself.
Yeah,
Everybody wanted to run off with these right away.
Very similar to the Bullseye Blades Trapper, in my opinion. And Campsite was asking, are these ADCR V2? And it's a really cool thing about these, it tells you the thickness. It's really small, can't really read that right there, but it tells you the steel as well. So yes.
And yes, these are.
These are damn near indestructible steels. So yeah, very cool. I've thrown these. These are very similar.
I very much like this.
On both ends. So this would be, in my opinion, out of the 4, this would be the best for competition for me.
Yep, this one, I really, really like this one. I really like the Minotaur. The only reason I lean slightly towards this one over that one is for some reason, and this has been a reoccurring thing for me, I under-rotate it from the handle.
Interesting. From the handle?
From the handle.
Huh.
Which is odd, because these all have, I don't know if you noticed, I did this on purpose, one for a production reason and being able to handle them correctly. Every one of these handles is identical.
I saw that, yeah.
But that's the only one that does that to me.
Do you have too many designs where you drastically change the handle, or are they all slightly different?
No, there are probably 5 different knives that have got different handles. Like all of the Pirate series, I've got them where they all are interchangeable. Because the handle structures are so similar. And all of my handle hole spacings now, because I'm doing production lines of things, I'm doing all the same spacing, because anytime that I can, because I want to give people availability of choice as well.
Sure.
So if this handle fits on this knife, and this knife, then they have that possibility. If I make every knife specific handle, then anything I have, like, say I have a whole thing of Zach's 3D printed stuff. Okay, but you only have them for the Tonto spinner. But you don't have them for the Pirate and the.
Yeah.
So if all of the handles at least have the same handle hole spacing, they can have different geometries.
Nice.
But if the handle hole spacings are the same,
that's smart.
then you can, and all of them are all 1.5 on centers.
Perfect.
So they all work like that. Oh, we're not looking down here for comments, so we might have to sit down.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do we got? ADCRV proof, that's awesome. Smart on the handle hole spacing.
Who on the ops, of course? It was Cowboy Paul Blacano.
Paul Blacano.
He is the reigning champ last year and this year. He came to win, man. He really
not
focused
only
on that.
Did he win it, but he smoked it. Because I was in contention for 3rd place for that, and he was well ahead of 2nd place.
I got 2nd last year. Didn't even come close to placing this year. Didn't have a chance to practice at all. I was too busy. Paul got in quite a bit of practice, and it shows. We allowed people to practice this year. There was 0 practice last year.
I didn't practice on it.
It didn't matter at all for Paul. He's a very, very good no-spin thrower.
Oh, absolutely.
And he was really dialed into that. He showed up a little late on Friday night. He wasn't able to get into the fast draw stuff because we had to do qualifying. And it sucked. I was, they come up and ask me right away, hey man, can we have Paul jump in, or I'll sacrifice my place for Paul to jump in. I was like, that doesn't seem fair to anyone else that had to stand there. And,
no.
And
I mean, it's unfortunate if you're late, but you can't.
It sucked, man. Yeah, but if you were late and you wanted to get into.
Oh yeah, you allow makeups.
We allow makeups for that. That's a different thing. But for the qualifying, I just didn't feel like it was fair, and it sucked. But it is what it is, man. If you want to compete, you got to show up.
Well, and
on time.
And on top of that, I really don't think that you can do it without the qualifying, like you've changed to doing. There are 107 people just simply through in one shot. You'd start, and then you wouldn't. We were already pushing it a little bit late
because we were throwing. We had to cut it off at midnight. Everything was going really, really well. The new app is amazing.
Oh, that was
Aaron
freaking
Shower
cool.
has the triple nickel app. We are going to be using that for everything next year. The women that do all of the scoring, it was up to them. They didn't quite see it as polished as they would like it to be.
Sure.
And they were already used to their own system. So
absolutely. I thought it was really cool. The screens, and then you could see the placing and what position you were in the brackets, and it was
shows
freaking cool.
Your average.
Yeah.
Fastest times. Who's up next? Who's on deck? I mean, just a
who's the current leader?
Job.
Who's the current leader with the number of positions?
Yeah,
it's freaking cool.
It was really cool. So shout out to Aaron Shower of Modern Methods and Materials M3. Just to put a icing on the cake.
He's doing a lot of cool shit.
I'm really happy to have him.
The hot box is amazing.
He's really helping me push the sport of not just knife throwing, but fast draw. And
from that tech standpoint, where things are going and necessary and valuable.
It's absolutely perfect. Yeah.
I do things with my hands.
Of course, Lewis won the overall champ. He won with 4 different medals, and I decided to do overall medals rather than scores because this gives everyone a chance to win this belt.
It's possible,
not just the pros, because let's face it, if we were just to do scores, the pros would always win it.
Well, this is also to keep from one person running away with just a score win that didn't participate in everything else. Right. You go in there and you throw up a 250 and a 250, and then I don't do anything else.
Yeah, you win.
But and you win for the points. But you didn't do any of these other disciplines that people are practicing and putting in the effort to learn and do. So I really like this way. I think that it encourages people to be more well-rounded, and it encourages people to participate in everything. That's going to keep everybody doing things together more. I think I like it.
So Tortorici just asked, how do you score it? I did a quick run through, but I left the instinctive course up so I can go back and really show off what's possible on the course. Of course, I'm going to practice and whatnot, but it's every station has its own scoring ring, just like we normally do, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And each station you throw 3 knives. So there's a little bit of strategy. If you knock your other knives out, you lose those points. For instance, the first obstacle was a hanging bowling pin. Bowling pins are difficult to throw.
Super hard.
And stick. So if you stick 1, that's 5 points or nothing. So if you stick 1 and you want to, get greedy and try to go for those 15 points, because 15 points is massive in the instinctive course.
Oh, it's huge.
You could go, but the chance of sticking 3 on the bowling pin are slim, in my opinion, especially if you're doing no spin. So
I would say very slim, no matter your style.
You can stick 1, stop, take those points, and move on to the next one. But every other obstacle other than the bowling pin had a 1 target, and actually
there was a silhouette, like a
correct,
because there was a target on either side of the silhouette here.
Yes, but those were correct. Those were just bullseyes as well.
Yep, and they had the same system, 5 points for the stick. Yep.
And also, and if you hit your knives, they fall out, no score. And also, there was a plastic mannequin bust there, and I put the bullseyes over each shoulder, and also If you hit that mannequin in any way, if you hit your target girl, you're done. 0 points. So I thought that was also pretty cool.
Yep.
Also, similar strategy. You stick one, 5 points. You can go for another one.
What I really, really like the most about this instinctive stuff is that it's a little bit of a mental challenge, a puzzle. You have to figure out a strategy. You just don't go up and go out and blindly throw for the middle every time.
Yeah.
You don't know the distance. You've got things in your way. You're throwing through windows. You're throwing under things, around things.
Yep.
You have obstacles in your way. You have the opportunity to screw yourself up or advance yourself.
Yeah.
I really think it's great. I
was,
think it's very entertaining. It's really engaging.
Just like fast draw, instinctive course is another thing that's going to be spectator friendly, and I also believe that's another thing that's
the possibilities are absolutely endless.
Yeah, man, it was excellent. I'm very, very proud of that. One of the coolest things we had was the rotating, spinning targets that my brother was able to.
So it was this like this fabricate. 8-foot tall drum that had 3 sides on it.
Yep.
And there was a target on the top, the middle, and the bottom. And this thing rotated at, I don't know, at least 30 RPM?
Something
it was
like that.
relatively quick.
It was kind of quick.
It was relatively quick, and it was quite the challenge. I liked that one. That was really, really cool.
It was cool. So
it was about 3 rotations in 5 seconds.
In 5 seconds.
Whatever that math is.
Okay. Well, that'd be 5 times 12 is 60.
Anyway, I'll be posting some video of that soon. I actually I did a walkthrough. I didn't take a whole lot of video or pictures or anything, but I did do a walkthrough with a thrower named Chris Hendricks. And
also another
I'm going to edit that all together and give you guys just a video of showing exactly how it went. And extremely challenging, but extremely fun. Not anyone, it was hard, but no one said, "Oh, this sucks."
No.
Or
it was challenging, but still doable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The only one I walked up to and knew that I didn't have a chance was the 8-foot or 9-foot.
Kutonk?
Yeah. 9-foot tall Kutonk.
Yeah, Kutonk, if you guys aren't familiar with what that is, it's a French game. And usually you lay your target flat on the ground and you toss your knives and you try to get closest to the bullseye or the pin.
And they flip through the air.
So I took that thing and I put
it
it on top of a log. It was probably this high.
It was at least 8 or 9 feet
tall.
It was way tall.
Over my head where my hand is. So you couldn't even see the damn thing. And you're tossing your knives up there.
To blindly stick a target.
Only a few people even stuck it.
I know.
And my mother was one of them. So she was pretty.
Oh, that's crazy.
Pretty excited about that. Yeah. But yeah, man, the instinctive course was awesome.
Really enjoyed that one.
Let's what else, man? Let's get back on track with you. What do you got going on, dude?
We didn't show the cheater cleaver.
Let's see it. Show them.
This is a knife I'm designing called the cheater cleaver, and it's a little bit comical and it's also serious because it fits within all the rules. But I'm developing this knife to be one of those knives that takes big bites out of the targets for games like Keep What You Kill or card cutting games where you want the most ability to cut it. You need that extra room to get that point. And it's, again, made out of ADCR V2. It's an 1/8 inch, so it looks gigantic, but it doesn't feel weighty. Everybody who threw it this weekend, including Danger,
it's pretty cool.
Liked the weight and stuff of it.
Extremely similar to a cleaver. It's basically a cleaver with a Bowie type shape.
Yep.
Yeah.
So those are those 4 designs. I've got other stuff. We'll be at Boobs again next month.
Oh yeah,
with
Boobs
more
is
stuff.
coming up. Really excited about that. That is I believe the 24th.
You're gonna put me on this.
We just looked it up. We just bought tickets. My mom and Alicia and I. Looking forward to that. We're going to have a chance to throw at a real castle outside of Austin, Texas. Really excited about that. And stay tuned. Oh, by the way, we're still doing we're always doing our Thursday live stream. Tomorrow, Lewis has to leave tomorrow morning, so I just wanted to get this out of the way. And we are doing a live stream from the castle. So I'm excited about doing that. And you'll be able to get to see some other throwers that you haven't seen maybe ever or even on the channel.
Yep, there's people that are in Texas that don't make it too far out of Texas.
It's more of a regional type thing. I've never been to a Texas throw other than the World Championships, and I haven't been there since 2016, so I'm excited
I've gone to several down there in the last 4 years.
Yeah, it's going to be rad. And that's hosted by Goldilocks or Goldie McLean. is her last name now, huh?
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay, what else, man? What's in store for you, dude? What do you got going on? I know you're, you know, you're busy.
Yeah.
I know you're
yeah, I
busy
stay
all
pretty
the
busy.
time.
Well, I take on some commercial stuff that's outside of my normal Prince Steel
Right.
stuff,
And
and that
you're
keeps
a
me
one-man band?
super busy. Yeah, I'm
And
the only one doing
He's
it.
so backed up, man. He's one of my best friends. in
I'm
the
getting
knife
there
throwing
though.
world.
This is the closest to cutoff I've got yet.
Well, you know, I just want to let them know that I would like to help promote your stuff, but he even told me, he's like, hey, man, I can't right now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you to finally, you know, get to a point when you can, when we can do that in the future. You know, I just want to try to help you.
And Josh says a warehouse in
everybody
Canada.
else. What?
A warehouse in Canada.
A warehouse in Canada?
Yeah.
Put away. Yeah. Well, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You were looking for some help there for a while, right?
I was, and there's always just a couple little hiccups with that.
Yeah. It's got to be tough.
My standards are really high, and I'm kind of nitpicky.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to just jump into it. So I would either have to find somebody who is very experienced and probably out of my price range for a shop hand.
Yeah.
Or I have to teach somebody. And there's been a couple people that have gotten close to it, but people don't seem to have the time, or you find the people that just don't want to show up. I had two of them were like that.
Well, what I've always found is, you know, people talk a mean game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then when it comes down to it, you know.
I've been contemplating going over to a more fabrication style. I was thinking about using a machine shop, just so that I could create the volume in the production lines of knives and still free me up to get out into the community, to get into axe houses, to go to throws, to design new stuff, to be able to work with other people with collaborations and, you know, like the stuff we're doing with Joe and Rick.
But with that, though, would there still be enough meat on the bone for you? Or would you just be cutting it even just to get it out of the way?
I'm a little like you. I've never really cared. And it's always been a little bit of a hiccup because I still have to make enough money to make a living. But look what I do at a throws, dude. I give away a lot of stuff.
Yeah, man.
I really don't want. I'm not greedy. If I can just maintain a reasonable lifestyle doing what I like doing anyways, like my job is doing what I like to do. Like my job is I brought these knives to DangerFest. This is a job, and it's not a job, man. I had fun the whole weekend, man. The interactions I get to have with the community is amazing. I just love that stuff. So my plans for the future are to be able to make it where I can just do more with what I'm doing.
How many knives did you sell? Did you keep track?
I did not.
You sold a few though, right?
Yeah, I sold a few.
Good.
Yeah. Well, the thing there is like we were talking about, we need new growth in the community, because am I going to sell the same person? Like, how many sets of knives are you going to use in any particular year?
Man, right.
Like, there's always there's never any such thing as too many knives, which I agree with, but it takes time over.
But throwable knives and collectible knives are a different thing.
Oh, definitely.
You can only have so many knives that you're going to throw or compete with.
Right.
Collectible knives is different.
And the knives are designed to be somewhat individualistic. There are characteristics in these knives that cater to certain throwing types. Like pinch grip type people like a certain handle. Like there's geometries that don't work for certain grips. So that's why there's that variety in different shapes, because there's different kinds of throws and they're all valid. So I tried to do that a little bit. A lot of this stuff is very much been designed for that typical hammer to handshake style grip.
Yeah. It's pretty versatile.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're killing it, dude. I was really excited to see you come out with some new designs. How many designs do you offer, by the way? Do you even know?
No.
No.
No, I've never counted. It's at least 30 something.
Yeah. And
that's been another thing that I've discussed and even been slightly criticized about, is that there's too many of them. But at the same time, like I never want to stop making new ones. Right. Like some part of that is my enjoyment in it. Yeah, absolutely. And there's always that chance to stumble into something that's just different in a way that works really good for you, or for him or her or whoever. You know, that the possibilities for knife designs, it just keeps going. Yeah. Because there's, like we were just saying, there's certain categories, like, you know, no spin instinctive, half spin, roto, and then there's a few different grips. So there's knives to be made in all of those different nuances, and then you go into the aesthetics. Like it just keeps going, because that's another thing that people like too, is if something's new, well, okay, I got all your other stuff, something new.
Sure.
Absolutely. Like you say, how much did you sell? I sold all of these. I kept this set because it was mine.
Nice.
I sold all but one of those, and I'm surprised nobody touched the Persian and the Chimera. Those are one-offs. Those are the only ones that I may make and did make up to this point.
Oh, that's the only set?
That's the only set that exists.
Interesting. Well, see, now, people that collect knives.
Yeah, that changes things.
Yeah. Because
and see, they're doing numbered sets.
Yeah, numbered sets.
The very first 10 tomahawks I ever made, I numbered them, and I've never numbered another one.
Why don't you number your knives?
I don't know. I don't know. That'd be really cool.
You have a laser.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have it in the very beginning. That'd be really cool. Then I could know exactly how many I've done.
Yeah, and that's one of the cool things that Joe does. He numbers all of his knives per year.
Per year, yeah.
And that's really coll for a collector or someone that
maybe I'll start trying that next year or something.
I think it would be beneficial.
It's a whole other step that I got to do in the process. Redesign another graphic.
It is another step. You could even hide them on knives that have scales, like put them underneath the scales or something. Do you put any lasering on the spines? You do, don't you?
Laser engraving on the spines? Yeah, I've done it a couple times.
I think that's pretty slick.
Yep. I haven't done it for a functional reason yet, which there's possibility there. So one of the things that I've started doing, Max Stoughton has it on his knives, I've done it on a couple other people's knives, is texturing. You can actually laser engrave.
You could use that as secondary texture for purchasing.
Oh, it works really
for
good.
Your no spin.
I can adjust the frequency of my laser to make it feel anywhere between smooth and 80 grit.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
Like it gets really rough. After a while, it wears down. You kind of got to hit it again after about a year or two of throwing. Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, it has two functions. When your hands are nice and dry and everything's clean, it adds a little bit more purchase if you squeeze. Like you can get more grip if you want it.
Sure.
But if you do something like drop it in water or the sand or something, that it doesn't quite stick on there the same way.
Sure.
So it just increases your grip. Plus, there's the aesthetic of it because you can use a whole. I just did Aaron Shower. Aaron Shower's Bavarians, awesome. And he had me do his M3 logo in a monogram style all over it, and it looked freaking cool.
Yeah.
But he did it for the grip reason. It just had that secondary effect of it. It just enhances the way it looks. You can put all kinds of artwork. Mac has honeycomb on his.
Yeah. Brandon McElfish has on the tips of his, one of his true bows.
Yep.
Yeah, to people that are watching that don't know, throwing knives generally, when you buy them, for instance, off Amazon, Gil Hibbins, Boker, whatever, Cold Steel, the starter stuff, that's basically just a general. It's a throwing knife, but like there's levels to this. The mass-produced stuff is generally just a throwing knife. Then when you get into the custom stuff, you get into really like thought out, like a lot of those mass-produced knives, they're not made by knife throwers. So it's just really cool to work with someone like Lewis that knows all the nuances of throwing knives, and he has all the customization stuff too. You can do whatever you want, man. He's got a freaking laser, dude.
I've also been thinking about having one of your suggestions, and it wasn't just you that suggested it, but putting center balance marks on it.
Mm-hmm. I've thought about that for a while.
Yeah, so that you at least have a visual recognition, and that probably people that aren't as experienced to it immediately know where their balance points were, and that's important for a couple different things. Not so much in roto for me.
Nope.
It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter at all for roto.
No, but in no spin it does because there's.
You need to know where it is so you can kind of adjust your finger. Am I above? Am I on? Am I below?
For certain styles. There are certain styles that are very short gripped and drag out of the hand, but it'd be kind of hard to get into all of that, I suppose, without really taking some time.
If you could talk about your handle heavy versus your tip heavy designs.
Ooh.
In which context? In which ones are which?
Do you have any tip heavy?
Talk about your handle heavy versus tip heavy designs. So whichever ones you have.
The only one that is, it's pretty neutral.
We have J.W. Wiseman behind the camera. He's still here hanging out, and he's reading some of your comments. So that's who's saying that. But
I don't have very many tip heavy.
They're few and far between. And there's a rumor on the internet, if you look up knife throwing, like tip heavy is good for rotational throwing. That's a myth. That's never been a thing. ChatGPT says it for some reason, and people say it in comments that don't know what they're talking about. Tip heavy is very, very tiny, small part of the community that likes tip heavy.
Aggressively tip heavy. Now, see, tip heavy can mean anything that leans to the front, right?
But even then, there's very few knives that are tip heavy. Very few.
This one is one of them. Like anything that's fat up front.
Okay, well, that's a different thing. And honestly,
dude, no, this one's almost perfect balance too. It's hard to do. Even the Punisher, which is the one that front heavy because all the hole handles, It's so damn close to the middle, it's negligible as well.
And that's why Werner put those holes in it, I believe. And yeah, look at this knife right here. So this looks, you would think, oh man, that's a tip heavy knife.
Maybe you would, I immediately just did.
Maybe that's where the myth or the misconception comes from. Because when you do that, it looks front heavy, or a tracker, or a cleaver. A cleaver's handle heavy. It's because all this weight is back here, and then you have the bevel and everything. But as you look right there, that is damn near center balanced, especially if you were to take the overall shape and like do the math on that or whatever. But yeah, it's
very close.
Common misconception.
I have held a lot of other people's knives that were forward heavy. And the differences between handle heavy and forward heavy in no spin and instinctive throwing make differences.
Yeah.
Like the way that it feels like it wants to leave your hand is different in forward heavy versus a handle heavy knife.
Here's the only examples that I can think of off of my collection that I could come out with. This was the original DT thrower. This is a collaboration between Casey Carmack, C. Carmack, and Joe Dara. This is a nail right here, and as you can see, this has got a big coffin-shaped coffin nail.
Whoa.
Another story. But it's much fatter up here, and as you can see, the side that is shorter is the heavy side. So they came out with another one because I had tested this one for them, and this one's better. As you can see, there's a lot more material on this end right here, but it's still slightly tip heavy, and it's closer, and it performs better than this one does, but it's opposite for me. So since this end is slender, it pulls itself out of my hand this way rather than, so how does that go? It slows down rotation this way and speeds it up. The end that you're holding in your hand, if it's heavier, it spins quicker from that end. So generally knives with handle scales spins quicker from that end. So it's just an odd thing. It's opposite of what I would normally want. And it's easy to adjust to once you figure it out, but it's just opposite. But there's a couple people, Ace from Delta to Alpha, he likes slightly tip heavy. Bo Tate from Sarnia, I can't remember his place's name at the moment. He likes tip heavy, but it's more of definitely a closed hand grip type thing.
Exactly. I like tip heavy when I'm wanting to throw in a certain kind of way, like these long drawn out, like you can feel it pulling on you more when it's up front.
Yeah.
And then when you come around to where you want to, it's less of a throw out to get it out of your hand. It wants to leave on its own a little bit more.
I've got a few of the.
Most of the stuff I throw is real close to neutral, or handle heavy slightly. I
forgot I have several other tip heavy designs that I forgot about.
Nerd out.
Yes, that's what we're doing. These Bo Shuriken from Delta to Alpha, and Ace is going to kill me, but I forget all these names. Perfect example right there. Perfect example. I think this is a variation of the Magnora, the Dragonfly. Actually, you know what, man? Once you figure out the grip, it's not as big of a deal. Like, I have to hold them, because usually I'd hold it up here. This one I just have to hold very far down. I remember playing with these a lot. Other one right here, really thick groove there, fuller.
I'm not sure why it is, but one of the differences I've noticed between handle heavy and tip heavy throwing no spin is that the forward heavy ones, I have the ability to really kind of throw the hell out of them. Like I can throw it hard and I get way less mistakes. If I throw a little bit too hard, something goes a little funky with my technique. Like that forward heavy kind of pull, right? So I feel like when I'm throwing hard,
that kind of
tip heavy is a little more conducive to my throwing style. Those drawn out, long arced radius, not brushed, not pushed, where I'm leaning and getting it to curve around heavy side arm or overhand, but long pulled. We can start that one. You want to start a pulled discussion? Pulled throw.
You can talk about whatever. Actually, man, I was just really happy with that throw right there.
We can do this part now.
Okay.
Let's do this.
I just messed that one up, but
All right, I'm probably gonna drop a few, and I'm gonna have a nice big fat excuse. I've been using it for 2 days now.
Now I'm underspinning a lot. But yeah, what do you think about this right here? That got that feeling to it. It's got that forward heavy mass. It's all up in the front, and I want to have my throw yank into it instead of. I would not try to brush this knife. It wouldn't feel right because I think that the tail is too. I think that's what I just did wrong.
Is too soft.
Is why
you're pushing on it, and the tail is too light. So any little thing you do here, it's going to go all over the place.
What you're doing is just the pull method. You're letting it flow out of your hand.
I'm pulling into it. I'm dragging until I feel like it wants to leave me, and I hold that tension and I let go where I want it to let go.
Perfect. That's nice.
And like, I can try to brush this. Let me see if I throw a brush. I bet you I underspin or do something funky happens.
That was a bad throw.
Yeah.
You didn't quite do what you're saying, but okay, so let me think about, all right, I'm gonna try to do a pull. See, I still...
Does it feel like it wants to get away from you more than one that's in your palm?
I'm still pushing with my finger. It's hard for me not to. Okay, I don't know. I can't not push my finger.
Put 2 fingers up.
And it worked.
Put 2 fingers up and see what happens.
Oh, okay.
That should shut down the other one.
So, dude, I don't even know how I can hold on to it that way. I can't. Let me see. Oh, okay.
And then close like you regularly would for retention reasons.
I can't really close my hand that well that reason.
Seemed to work.
Yeah.
You didn't push on it.
I don't think so.
I like forward heavy when I want to feel like I want to throw it hard. It feels like I'm like.
Here's a very good example of forward heavy. There's just nothing else.
I don't have any good examples in any of the stuff I make that is very forward heavy. I have a couple examples of tail heavy, like the Tom Tom arrow, the Aries. Oh, you got a new set of Aries. Those are all very handle heavy. See, there's a lot of people that really prefer one or the other.
I don't think they're very handle heavy.
Well, maybe not very, but they are.
They are.
They are that direction because the blade is very thin. There's a bevel on it. The center point.
I have a Shugart knife that he made out of a chainsaw blade that was very handle heavy. Very
handle heavy.
Yeah,
like
I don't
super
think I have
bulb
a. Oh, it's right there. Look at this. Unfortunately, the handle broke, and then but it was.
Do you feel like the handle was the handle material was the majority of why that was so handle heavy?
Correct. See, this one's more handle heavy than any other knife I had.
Even with the handle missing.
Even more so when the handle was there. And I ended up breaking off just a little bit of it, and then I decided it was so weird that I wanted to break the rest of it off, and I got to drill these out. But this is a really cool design from Shugart.
You know, this is the first time I've ever thrown these. They're actually kind of fun.
Yeah, they're very different.
Got these in my hand
Not my favorite. You know, I got them.
See how under it went?
Yeah, I got them and I promoted them for D2A, and then they just kind of sat up there for everybody else to come out here over here and try. But yeah, so this one here is more of a push throw for me, more of like the old Thorn style. But I can't stand these. I got to drill these rivets out.
Now, see, for me, anything that is a little bit, and I think this is probably due to some of my training habits lately. The longer the blade gets, the less I want to throw it nose spin. Like I am really becoming kind of overt to anything.
That's kind of the progression of knife throwing. Because back when I first started, nose spin knives were just as big as rotational knives. You know, there was no really big distinction. It was kind of like the Thorn. Oh, but I just wanted to grab this as the Dragon Quill from Nathan Dossiter, I believe. Really cool, made out of Raspile. Now this one's slightly tip heavy, and I really enjoy this.
I had fun with that one too,
dude. When
you had a couple,
it's
the last couple times.
It's pretty sick, man. But it's only slight, you know, like it's just easy to adjust once you've been throwing for so long. Yeah, that thing's pretty sick.
And it's down in the lighter range where I like things.
Yeah. I just want to show this off real quick. How cool is that? It's one of the coolest
I agree.
custom throwers
9.25
I've
is
ever
great for
had.
no spin. I just took my clip point Dashie because Jerry Parker asked me to make a 9-inch version. I took it down and made a 9-inch version.
It's
and
so
I
good.
threw it all weekend. That's what I took my 3rd place in quick draw with this weekend. Was that?
Was it?
Yeah, that
Nice, dude.
That
Yeah.
9-inch clip point.
It's a really,
And I made
really
it in
good
1/4 inch, so it takes all of that mass and puts it down into your hand.
Yeah.
And the 1/4 inch gives you that larger purchase for indexing, which is great. But being shorter knife like that, you don't get the massive weight problem. It's not a 300-gram knife. It still stays down around that really low 200 range.
Yeah, 300 is just way too much for me.
Unless you're Amis.
Yeah, well.
His new custom sets all came out to be
those are
280.
280.
280.
Okay, I thought they were around 3.
And for me, that's chunky. That feels fat.
What's going on, everybody? Scamp throw it. Me. Oh, should I?
Throw it. Switch to you. Oh, yeah. That one's fun.
I don't want anybody to get butt hurt.
Scam throw what?
Just whatever.
This thing?
The people are just really into the scamp throwing.
It's okay.
Knife throwing's knife throwing. Dude.
Knife throwing
I
is
don't
knife
give a
throwing to me
shit.
too. That's one of a dozen different really cool ways to throw.
Okay, so yeah, man, you just got done with DangerFest. You're going to Boobs next. What's going on for next year? Do you got anything going on for next year? Unfortunately, Alicia and I have to miss Broken Feather next year because Karma's wedding is the same weekend. Bummed about that. But I heard some rumors, and this is not, I can't confirm nor deny this, that Throwstorm, there's a chance that Throwstorm may be happening this year. Like I said, it's a rumor. I have not confirmed that with anyone.
I haven't made it up to any of the Michigan throws yet.
It's been good. Yeah,
I need to and I want to.
Well, it's proximity thing. Like I've never been to a Texas throw outside of the World Championship. So, you know, Texas and Indiana and Michigan, they're pretty far from each other. So
I've lived the last 2 years in Missouri. Far from everything, it seems.
And I haven't been to a Missouri throw either, just because it's just proximity and time off of work and all that shit. Back when Blade Aces had their throw in Chillicothe, that wasn't too far from my house.
Right.
We made that one a couple different times. But yeah, man, I wish I could go to all of them. And then Don, whatever the hell he's going by these days.
Doc
I'm
Feathers.
not sure if he's
Feathers.
having another throw in Florida or not. I haven't heard. We don't really talk anymore, but I'll still promote your throw, dude. I just don't know when it is.
I would go to, and the other one I haven't been to is, what is it, Big Bear?
Big Bear, that's in June, right?
Yeah.
JW? It's always in, is it July? July, okay, July. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the list for next year yet, but as far as this year, I think, I don't know of any in November or December.
No.
Please contact me if I'm wrong. I don't think there are, but you know, there used to be, there was like 3 throws a year, and now there's almost 1 throw a month.
I've wanted to host one for a while, and I think that I could get it done, because especially with the people that I have contacts with. Well, and then I moved.
Yeah.
And when I moved from Wyoming to Missouri, I didn't have that plan and that scheme and the ability to set it up like I was going to.
Yeah. That you had a good spot too.
Yeah.
It looked like. Man. And if you're thinking about hosting a throw, I've had a lot of people contact me like, "Hey, man."
Well, I want to do it right, so I know that how much goes into it where I'm not prepared, and I'm not gonna do it if I can do it right.
Your first throw, you're gonna be lucky if you have 10, 15 people show up.
Some people have said that to me.
Well, it's different if you do it.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be different because I know you and I know JW, like all of these people that I am friends with and have made, and there's going to be that many of those people that I'm close with that are going to show up.
That's different. If you already are within the community and you tell people, more than likely that you're going to have people show up.
Right.
But if you're just someone who throws and makes videos on the internet or casually,
it's going to be very difficult.
Don't expect many people to come. Just do it. That's all. That's the biggest advice I can give you. Just do it. You're going to learn. We started with 9 people, and I was lucky to have 9 because I had grown a small community in my hometown of, well, not my hometown, but Columbia City, Indiana, where I was living at the time.
You don't have to have 100 throws to have a good time.
No, it's fine.
Like
No.
that's
As a matter of fact,
I definitely would
you
encourage anybody to do that. No.
Do not want 100 throwers. You don't.
No, you want 200.
Throwers.
Yeah, 2.
It's just a lot of work, dude. And you don't want to jump that quickly, man. I tell you.
No, I wouldn't do it right away either.
No,
And everybody does this. I did it the very first day. Like I was at Broken Feather. I'm like, oh, I want to do this. And then I spent a couple more years and really started getting involved with you guys more and helping with things and learning about, like, it's not just this thing that you can say, all right, next weekend I'm having a throw. Unless it's in that very friendly small group, backyard, 15, 20 member, and then you can have as many throws as you want.
Yeah.
But if you really want to put on a large level throw and you're expecting 50 plus people, like things are changing.
Logistics.
Yeah, well, and the accommodations. Just the shitters alone.
Yeah, dude. The porta potties alone are not cheap.
Oh,
we missed a bunch of them.
Scale holes, or do you offer any without scale holes?
See, most of my designs, I can do either way. If you want something without holes in it, you're going to have to wait until my next cut process, because there's minimums and stuff, and I have to wait. You know, I gather up an order to cut multiple sheets at a time because I have a minimum that I have to do. So if you want something that doesn't have holes in it, yes, I can do that, but you're going to wait longer.
But almost, I would say 80% of all throwing knives have at least a lanyard hole.
Yeah.
Now, is it for a lanyard? No, not really.
No.
They're usually for hanging knives for a heat treat.
Yeah, it's usually a heat
paint
treat.
or something like that. So one hole is generally what you're going to see. Now, if you go on the internet and you find a knife with a bunch of holes in it, generally it's a POS. But there are throwing knives that are designed for holes. For instance, this is the Punisher designed by Werner Langmuller. We believe this is a knockoff.
You want me to show them a real one? Because I actually make Werner's
That
designs.
would be great, man. Yes. So I cannot figure out who made this. I got this from a friend that had passed away a couple years ago. And excellent knife. But seeing them side by side, one is definitely a knockoff, right? You can see the quality right there. Now they're exact same shape, but
they match identically.
They're identical.
Whoever knocked that off,
they did a very good
perfectly.
job. Yeah.
It's almost like they had the exact measurements and everything, because the profile is spot on.
Yeah. So Werner, if you're watching this, please clear this up, because I don't know who made that.
Where did this come from?
Pretty sure that's Hardox 450.
It looks like it. The scale finish.
It feels like it, and it dents like it.
And the tip. See, this is one of the disadvantages right here. If you can see that tip, it's curved over a little bit, and that's pretty thick.
Yeah.
That's because this is that, Hardox or abrasion-resistant steels. These steels are real good at making like chisels and bucket teeth and things like that. They're meant for digging through things, but they don't really have that same rigidity that a high carbon knife steel will.
Yeah, that's mainly from. I like to stack knives, dude, and that's mainly what that's from. And I'll take full responsibility.
And also that's another thing. If you want to mention stacking a Hardox or AR knife is not a good idea. The steel is soft enough that it will burr. There's a couple ways to mitigate that. One of them is rounding the corners off, which a lot of the lower end makers don't do it. Like a lot of people ask me, why is your stuff different? Well, it's because I go through and I knock off every edge. There's no part of that knife that you're going to grab it and there's going to be a 90-degree edge.
What'd you just do with that?
What?
The two knives.
Which two knives?
Did you take my knife?
Your knife? No.
What'd you just do with that? The Punisher.
Oh, I put it back.
Oh.
Your knife, I put back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to see them.
None of the corners or edges are 90s. They're all rounded to some extent.
Slightly.
Yeah. Well, for the no-spin stuff, I like.
But even Joe Dara would look at this and
go,
of course. Oh, you got to round off the spine.
Joe Dara doesn't make no-spin knives.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't finger index his knives. He throws
totally
roto. And for roto, perfectly round the less that they bang each other.
I disagree with even the Griffins that he makes. I like to have a flat spine on there, even for roto.
Yeah.
Just for the option of throwing.
That's his preference things. The main reason that he does it is an anti-burr thing. That when they collide with each other or something else, that they don't burr. Nobody wants a burr, because if you've ever had a really good one and you've laid your finger open from here to here, you never want to do that again.
No, it ruins your throwing.
And I've never got a burr like that on one of my knives. Every now and again, if you throw it just right against the right thing, it will kind of dent up it and make a spot where you're going to want to go after it, but it doesn't do those long curling splinter style.
Yeah, dude.
It doesn't do it.
Do you make these at 3/16?
Yes, I do. I like them better in 3/16.
Dude.
I have an old dirty one. I throw it.
Dude, that'd be sick. Yeah. 3/16. That's my favorite.
I like it for most things. There's a couple designs that are a little bit too light. But
it depends, man.
Well, you were throwing my clip points that are in 3/16, and you grabbed it, you're like,
better.
oh man.
Yeah.
This
just
thinness.
picking it up, it just feels good.
That's another thing that is a whole wide range of topic. And these things are not about right and wrong. They're about preference.
Yeah.
Knife weight.
And I say that for even
Liars.
So there's a question of why does steel quality matter to throwers? Or really, realistically, does steel quality?
Great question.
That is a great question. Steel quality.
Now, if you guys couldn't hear, say it again. Go ahead.
What's that?
Repeat
the question is what
does
the steel quality mean in a throwing knife? Do you have to have good quality steel? Don't you? And why? So if you don't have a good quality knife steel, there's a lot of things. Now listen, you say have to have, or you don't have to have nothing. You can literally go out and throw rebar. What you're getting with a high quality knife steel is longevity.
Right.
If you buy one of my knives, it's a
Money's
lifetime
worth.
knife.
Yeah.
Not only are they guaranteed, but the materials that they're made out of are going to hold up longer. Like we were just discussing with this knife over here that has the hard docks on it. You've worn the tip down.
Big time.
Mine is going to resist that for a lot longer period of time than the hard docks.
Especially if you don't whack them into each other.
Into each other. Yeah, if you just keep throwing into a piece of wood, it's never going to do anything, ever. It's stacking knives. The worst thing to do to one of my knives is hit it with one of my knives.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing to say.
Right. That is the main difference in a good quality steel. No, you don't have to have it. There are cheaper options. It's about longevity. It's all about longevity. And then there's a couple, I don't encourage this, so I almost don't want to talk about it. But if you ever want to make something live edge in a thrower, quality knife steel is paramount, or you won't hold an edge, period.
But also,
however, the way I heat treat my knives is not exactly conducive to live edge throwers. So if you sharpen, you're not going to have that result anyway.
So I've always heard, especially, well, more specifically for live edge, it's not so much the steel, it's the heat treat.
Well, the heat treat is absolutely the soul of
Does that not transfer over into throwing knives then?
Sure it does. Sure it does. Yes, absolutely, because heat treating is just a blanket process for all knife types. When what qualities are you looking for when you make a cutting blade? You want it very, very hard, and you want it to maintain an edge.
Durability.
Right, so that means that we want to make it a very hard steel. So we want to take it up to the hardest that we can get it to. Even though, if you've ever taken a really good hard cutting knife and tried to pry it as a tool, they snap, they break.
Yeah.
That's because they're not meant for that purpose. What you do is when you temper them back, you bring them down into a zone that isn't quite live edge quality, is hard enough to resist the dents and burrs and bending, but doesn't go all the way to snap. So there's that fine line, and there's another advocation for quality steels. You can get more reliable heat treats or know what the heat treat process is for that knife. If you use junkyard steel or mystery steel or whatever, you don't know those things. As a maker, you won't be able to control those properties. You get what you get.
Yeah, couple questions. First one, Rockwell, what hardness do you use for your throwing knives? Or is that not, you don't talk about that?
Oh no, I totally talk about it. That's not a problem at all. In the very beginning, I was creeping up to about a 56, which is right at that flirt point with most of the steels I'm using.
You can still sharpen it,
You could, but I was also in the realm of being right there. If you have the right person throw it at the right thing and it hits flat or something weird, and
snap.
When I was there. Now, I backed off about a 53 to 55 is where I let most of them in. You can start to get a little bit of tip wear if you're throwing it into a lot of crappy stuff. but you're going to resist that breaking. So I'm still, if it were me, I would, because that's almost a lie. My competition knives, I take very good care of.
Right.
I throw them in independent targets, and you know, I take care of them. So then, because of that, I would want them like that.
Okay. Second question: what is the best steel for throwing knives?
That's a loaded question. I wouldn't say that there's a best. I'm gonna say, all right, here's your best all around, and for multiple reasons. Easy heat treat, easy to get a hold of. People know what it is. All of those kinds of things.
5160?
5160.
Yeah, I knew
5160 spring steel is a tough steel.
Yeah.
It's really hard to just break it. The heat treats are rather forgiving.
They're easier.
Yeah, they're
a lot
easier.
of newer makers use 5160.
Yep, 5160. The process is easier. The tolerances are wider. Like 1095 has an extremely fast quench rate. Like it has to go from 1500 degrees back down to less than 900 in like 1 and something seconds or something. If you don't get it to quench down that fast, you don't get the transformation into the harder steels. Okay. It just doesn't get hard. So 1095 can be real fickle for a lot of makers because they're trying to dunk it in vegetable oil or motor oil or something, and you need like a Parks 50 or some sort of saltwater brine. Quenching in water is like faux pas now, but we've been doing it for millennia. The reason it's faux pas is because it creates very hard blades, but it can also cause cracking and brittleness and different things. Like, yeah.
You got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So why don't you use 5160?
Because I'm Prince Steel.
Because you're just going to the higher end.
Yes, that was my vision with Prince Steel.
1095 and ADCR V2 exclusively then?
I do right now. I am not opposed to changing steels, and at points I probably will. Because the reason I have two steels right now is because both of them become independently available from one another. 1095 is a very common stock. Most places have that. I can get it most of the time pretty readily. I get ADCRV when I can. It's also expensive. It's a lot more expensive.
Oh, really?
Yes. There's another thing is certain steels are cost prohibitive. Like if I wanted to make some really high-end stainlesses, like if I want to get some S35Vs or some really fancy stainless materials, for one, the heat treating is completely different. You don't quench them at all. They're plate quenched. You have to wrap them in stainless steel foil for the heat treat process.
Damn.
It's complete. They heat treat it like over 2,000 degrees.
That's why it's much more expensive.
Absolutely. Plus the steel itself, that one is a crucible steel, so the production process to make ADCRV2 is a lot higher. But then you would have anti-rust qualities and you would have all those other things. There's a lot of us that don't like the way that stainless
burrs,
flexes. It does different things, like the way it sounds.
Yeah.
Like it's different. You can tell when you get a hold of a stainless.
Yeah. Throw sensitivity. I love 5160. Yeah, that one you made me was 5160, right, dude?
Which one? Oh, you're talking to him.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I just made Amises out of 5160 because dude, I have made well over 1,000 knives, maybe 2,000 knives now. And he has broken 5 of them.
Yeah.
No other person is broken anywhere near that way.
He bitch slaps them. Because of that reverse 270 throw that he does, man, he bitch slaps knives. He's
the only person that has even remotely repeatedly broken anything like
Blade Destroyer. He's
never broken one.
None of yours? Really?
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Amis is brutal.
Challenge.
No, don't. Travis, don't do it.
What's going on, guys? You got any more? Let's get some questions here for Lewis. We got Lewis here at your disposal.
Yeah, ask them questions.
What's up, Justin? Full Thrower 87. What's going on, dude? We got to catch up soon. Email me, fulltankland@gmail.com.
Hello, Deb.
I'll send you my phone number.
How are you?
One of them asked about HR56.
HR56. Man, there's so many steels out there.
There are a bunch of them. I don't know them all either.
I'm not a knife maker at all. I'm still learning. That's why I'm asking all these questions to Lewis.
There's lots of quality steels that can be used for knife making. If you want to get real throwing specific, you're going to want to have tough steels. You're going to want to have ductile steels, stuff that doesn't break. Me, I do not want to see one of my knives bend. So I have a slightly different bias on my own.
Yeah.
But
would you rather them break than bend?
That's what I'm going to say. No. I would rather a knife bend
Right.
Because you can straighten it back out. But to
it's still
me,
a thrower,
something about a steel that bends means I didn't heat treat it right, and that doesn't work for me. Because I'm using these quality steels, I shouldn't have knives bend. That means that I didn't get them hard enough.
Not your shit.
They didn't heat treat.
But saw blade steels, like the old school guys used to make. I've got several bent knives, and it's not the.
I don't like bent knives.
It's not the end of the world, but it's not great.
A broken knife's the end of the world.
It is.
If it breaks in half, it's over. It's done. It's the end of the world.
Yep.
So in that respect, no, it's better that a knife bend than break, but that's not my MO. Like, if you can break my stuff, good on you. Because there's lots of people throwing my things and they don't break a lot. It's not to say they can't. Obviously they do. Ami's broke 5 of them. That's nuts. Nobody's broke 5 of my knives.
But he's a full-time thrower, though, too.
Well, and it doesn't matter. If you break one of my knives, I give you a new one.
That's awesome. Well,
it's unquestioned. Like, my knives
that's what you said earlier. Your knives are for a lifetime.
They're forever.
And that's what you get when you're paying for a custom throwing knife.
Yes, and that's why I'm buying the knife steels instead of the other steels. Yeah. Like, if it bends and wears down over time and at too fast of a rate, that's not what I was trying to accomplish.
Yeah, and that's another reason why I even love talking to people like you and want to promote your stuff, because one, you're my friend.
Yeah.
But you've watched my channel before. I always promote Amazon stuff.
Sure.
Just because it's readily available and it's cheap.
And it's great for new people.
It gets people into the sport. Eventually, they're going to come to you. They're going to come to Cody.
And that's the way that it should be. I really do encourage people, because everybody's going to find themselves. Everybody is going to find what they like, what they love, the way they throw, what feels good in their hand, and to go through custom knife, you're probably going to get discouraged unless money is an object to you, and then it's not a problem.
All right.
But if it's going to add up quick if you're buying all custom throwers. As a brand new thrower, go get screwdrivers, go get nails, go get weird shit. Yep. Find out how you throw, what feels good. You can throw anything. You know that same as I do. Yep. Go to Amazon, get the cheap Chinese throwers. Here's the other thing. Eventually you're going to look, unless you never get one of my knives in your hand. But if you have all of those cheap Chinese, lightweight, twangy, breaky things, and then you get a hold of a good custom.
Game changer.
It's completely different.
Game changer.
The way that it feels in your hand.
Yeah. You may never go back.
The design features, I think, are high quality, because most of the custom knifesmiths are also throwers. Mm-hmm. So that adds a whole nother realm of what you would do to a knife from that context. Me throwing helped me so much in knowing what to do with making the knives. Mm-hmm. Even down to just the way I finish things. Knocking all the corners off is because I want it to feel that way. Yeah. Like, there's a reason. They're making them, they don't care. It's a knife, bing, bang, boom, they don't care.
Money.
Rat.
Yeah.
And it's not that way.
And one other point I wanted to make is, not a point, just a suggestion, I guess, is go to a throw. Like, you will never have more chance to put your hands on custom throwers than you will at a throw.
And from every maker.
Every maker, and that's the other cool thing about DangerFest and Broken Feather is, well, maybe not Broken Feather so much, but I encourage everybody, bring something that you don't throw or something that you didn't quite agree with. Put it on the table. Give someone else a chance. Like, oh, man, I've always wanted to throw that. Now I have one. And if I like that, I know who made it, and I can contact the maker, get a set of 3.
Yep.
Or exchange things, or, the community's so damn cool, you can go up to just about anybody, like, hey man, do you mind if I throw that? Sure, go ahead, go try it.
Well, also there's a little bit of a trade scene there too. You can people will be like, I got the,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and swap each other's stuff out.
Yep.
That's all right. Some people are talking to each other. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm reading somebody's something. Awesome, Jeff, that's great. I'm glad you got those jacks. The 3/16th, I really do like it. The 8th inch are good for like some more novel type throwing.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, the no reload and stuff like that. The 8th inch is great for.
I have 2 really cool shurikens now for my 2 broken schlacks. And he replaced my 2 with 3 80 CRTV schlacks. The schlacks are amazing knives.
The schlacks is one of the things that I do unholy. Because something about the geometry of where the hole spacing is there, that was the only other knife that I had break.
I've seen those break. For whatever reason. Yeah. It's weird.
It's in the top hole right before the blade.
Right, yep.
So something about that geometry.
Michael LeBlanc.
Something about that geometry.
He broke a couple, one or two while he was here.
It's easy to do. So
it doesn't make any sense. That's a lot of material.
I know, it doesn't make sense.
It's a big old hole. It's a tiny, was it 3/16?
Right. But that one seemed to be like I had 3 or 4 different people. When I said Amis has broken more than any other people, it's not that I haven't had more than 5 knives broke ever. But it's that no one person has ever. Yeah, he's broken 5. Like nobody else breaks 1, like I said, 2 at the most.
Bitch slapping them things.
Well, and he snapped them right in half too.
Yeah.
The only other breaks I've had have been at handle holes or knocking a tip off.
Chris traded for Big Mac Moe. Yeah, Chris Hendricks is doing the whole trade up thing. And he hit me up, dude, and I was like, man, that was tough for me because he's wanting to trade up. Like, and I was like, I got everything, dude. Like, you're going to have to come out with me with something like really collectible.
Well, it's usually pretty easy with me because he'll come over to my rust bucket toolbox, like all of the stuff I keep leaving out and lending out, and it just keeps getting rustier and rustier. And he's like, show me the rusty stuff. And I'm like, all right, because it's still a quality thrower. It's just I've let them get people. Partially me, partially other people. Last year, I let somebody borrow the whole box. They left it out by the telephone pole during that the thrownado we had.
Yeah.
And the bottom of it was this filled and everything was underwater.
Dude.
It was just soaking in there. I didn't notice until the next day.
Speaking of which, Lewis introduced me to rust erasers that he bought off of Amazon, dude. And I think we should demonstrate.
Sure.
Like these are
like
insane.
You have any rusty things?
Yeah, you think? Let's grab. Okay, bam. I've got this Bullseye from Bullseye Blades, and this makes me sick. And Cody, please don't think this is a reflection on what I think of your stuff, because all of this crap in my pole barn got rusted this year. But look at this. That's quite a bit of rust on there, man.
That one's very, very rusty. That'll be the rustiest one we've tried yet.
But check these out.
So these things are made from rubber, and they have like a grit or sand material, some sort of abrasive in them. This one is the fine one, and this one is coarse. Neither of them are as coarse as a Scotch-Brite, as far as the scratch they leave behind on the knives.
Let's make a little demonstration.
Knife rolls.
I don't want to get your.
We got knife rolls.
By the way, I want to get one of those. I'm gonna buy one of those from you. Check this out, dude. This is crazy. Right before your eyes. I feel like we're doing an infomercial right now.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I thought I was supposed to church it up. And
they better pay us.
Flex steel, blah, blah, blah. That
Look
was
at
just
that.
a couple seconds on the coarse one.
That is the first one.
Now, if you look in the light, and if we can get these scratch marks, they're really, really, there they are.
Yep.
They're super fine. But once you go back over it again with the finer grit one, the scratches pretty much disappear.
I am buying these tomorrow. It
squeaks down into the really dark gray stuff that's below the rust that kind of always stains the metal, and it gets most of that off as well. Like, it pretty much...
Dude, this blew my mind.
Takes it back to being...
Yo! Look at that, dude!
Look at that line where I stopped.
That's crazy. No camera tricks here. People often say I edit my videos. This one's live.
Not say I.
But that's rad.
Yeah, those are dumbfounding to me.
These probably say dumb American on them. I'm not sure, but Amazon, was it just
they're literally called Rusty
Eraser. I'm buying these tomorrow. I'm buying a couple different sets. How expensive were these, dude?
They were like $13.
13, dude, come on. I'm really interested because
I'm gonna buy a bunch of them makeup kits. I made up kits that first year.
That's a good idea.
Had a file, some sandpaper, and some other stuff. I'm gonna make up some kits and I'm gonna put these.
I'm interested to see how well these work on my katanas, because the katana's got a different, little different.
I wouldn't.
But I don't care anymore.
Okay, if you don't care, then you don't care. If you had anything that was high polished or you were really sensitive about the finish,
you think you still put a mother's mag fucking polish on it or something?
I buffed off a set of BMOs.
Oh, you can feel the texture.
I used these on a set of BMOs. And
polished.
And it got all of the rust off, but I could see the change in finish. But as soon as I hit it with the buffer and some compound, it was gone.
Oh, dude. All right.
It was gone.
Game changer. That's rad. All right, they owe us money.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Isn't that nuts? I told you it was really cool.
And that was quick.
Yeah.
Dude, that's wild.
Quick. Throw it. Go throw it. The people want to see us throw shit. I don't blame them.
All right, we're about to get into some throwing. I cannot stand when the rust. I can't stand that on my fingers, dude. I can't
I
stand it.
had to throw your rusty knives last night because it was the only ones I could let go
You
of.
liked it, didn't you?
I liked it because when my hands are tacky, sweaty, sticky, I can't hold on to the rust isn't sticky, so I can
Psycho.
actually let go. But it makes your hands disgusting, and when my hands aren't tacky wet, I don't like the rust.
Blech. Okay, let's get down in here. We got some other questions here,
James
man.
Nations is here.
What's up, James? How's it going, dude? Thank you and your family for coming to DangerFest. It means a lot. And by the way, while we're talking about DangerFest real quick, I still haven't caught up on comments or posts or anything like that. It's been a little bit overwhelming, I must admit.
Camps.
But Alicia and I will be doing a thank you video, and it's quite extensive. The amount of people that we have to thank, not just overall the community, but there's so many people individually that we need to thank, and that is the reason why DangerFest has been so successful, specifically this year. There's probably 30 people that helped make it as successful as it is.
Yeah.
For example, the person, old school friend that lent me the chainsaw.
That was a big bar on that bad boy.
Dude, yeah.
That went through log rounds nicely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through all the names. It's wild.
That's going to be something that's very difficult to pull off the top of your head. Too many
I
people got involved.
I need to write everyone's names down. Yeah.
I think it was a great event, man. There seemed to be that feeling that you're looking for in the knife community, and the people that have been in here, they know what I'm talking about. That just everybody's having a good time. Everybody loves everybody. I don't want to get all hippie about it, but it's almost like kumbaya. Everybody loves.
It really
if you
was,
need
man.
something, you're covered. Yeah. Everybody takes care of everybody. Everybody's trying to hustle and help everybody. It just blows my mind. If you showed up with no clothes on and no knives, you'd have a shirt, a pair of shorts, and some knives, and you'd be able to throw.
Well, for instance, it was almost that situation.
Oh, with Loic.
Loic showed up, had no clothes, no knives that he brought from France. He
had a couple delays on the way over. Swap planes.
And my brother was like, "Oh yeah, here in the United States, here in America, here's a fucking overalls with the American flag on it." And he wore them for 6 days in a row or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was good.
Yeah, he rocked them all weekend.
He got his bags back the day he left.
Yeah, how about that?
Or the day before he left.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, so if there's not, you got any more questions real quick? And if not, we're going to get into some throwing. We're going to move this table out of the way, and we're going to do some throwing.
Leaf springs are a good steel, and leaf springs are very close to a 5160. They're a spring steel. Most of the spring steels have that similar quality.
Hard to say, though, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But spring steel is, no.
Yeah. I don't see the internet. It kind of looks like it is from what we're getting to see. It's frozen right now.
God,
that's probably from your iPad.
I guess we'll... Better not be frozen. Better not be. That's not frozen on this end.
Good.
Let's just go.
Which way?
That way. Whoop.
Oh,
whoop, whoop.
I had the totes under the table. That's where the boxes of stuff.
That's where all the good stuff is?
Yeah. Well. Ah! Broke. Did we lose the stream?
I don't know. It just says I have to keep trying Wi-Fi. So anyway, if anyone can,
the view counts and stuff's still moving around.
Are we still good? Please let me know. Is it good,
yeah.
JW? Okay. All right. Damn.
Internet.
Oh.
All right. All right. I think this is what they were talking about when they said for me to throw that like that. I'm going to try it.